Noelle, you seem to be my first victim. Yes, you do. Yo.
Grandmaster offered lots of advice in his letter regarding my recent assessments. I didn't think he'd spare a thought for that kind of thing in the middle of an expedition.
Oh, you'd be surprised what he'd do to procrastinate on doing actual work.
Honorary Knight, if you have the time, do you think you could help me out with my special training?
Pass. You've got an entire, force of people who can help you. Yula!
He wants to test me to see if my skills have regressed? I still haven't forgotten how he went easy on me last time.
Did he still win?
I'm assuming you must have seen him going all out before. When the time comes, you'd better keep an eye on him for me.
Ah, okay, yep, I will. I'll make sure he puts in his all. He'll still win, I'm sure. I can't see who's up top. Ah, there's Lisa. Ma'am.
Ah, the Grand Master. The archives are filled with documents awaiting his review.
Good luck with that.
I'm not letting him run off again until he's finished dealing with every last one.
Yeah, best of luck.
On another note, have you spoken to Jean? I hope she'll finally be able to relax a little once Varka returns.
No. I kind of feel like having Varka back just puts more on her plate. Because then she's got to wrangle him into submission, you know? I don't think there's anyone else up here. But just to be safe. Yeah, I don't see anybody. Okay. Where's the door? That is the door, yeah? Alright, there's Sucrose. And the two of you. And wait, why? Isn't this where Klee normally gets, put away?
The Grand Master wrote in his letter that the Boom Blossom bombs we sent worked really well. He wants to know if we've made any more.
Can you look at me when you talk to me?
Uncle Varka's coming home.
Oh, she's looking at Klee.
I can't wait to go outside and play.
Oh, can I see Varka and Klee together? Oh, I really need to see that. That'd be so freaking adorable. Wait, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm 7. Jean's 8. Yes, okay, this should be everybody then.
Okay, we'll deliver these letters to the Adventurers Guild and the Cat's Tail. You can just handle the ones for the Angels share.
I mean, you're halfway there at that point.
The expedition is finally wrapping up. Oh, I hope the maps I made on our way there are good enough to get them safely home.
They've already done the trip once, Mika. I'm sure they'll survive the return journey with or without your maps. Okay, Jane, what do you want?
Honorary Knight, you're still here?
I'll be sending off shortly, but it seems that there's something on your mind, dear.
Is it that obvious?
Gee, nope. Couldn't even notice at all.
Huh? But Varka's coming back. The situation in Nakrai is stable. Surely things are looking up.
I think you're a bit optimistic.
True. From what you and Lowen have told me, the expedition has indeed accomplished its strategic objectives. It seems that Mondstadt no longer faces any threat from the perils of the North, be they the Wild Hunt or the Doctor.
I mean, I kind of disagree. The Wild Hunt is still there.
And yet, for some reason, I can't help but recall something the Grandmaster said to me before he left.
Yes? What was it?
If I don't make it back from this expedition, you'll have to assume the mantle of Grand Master of the Knights of Favonius.
I mean, she's kind of already been doing that for years, buddy.
If it comes to that, remember to train the next Knight of Boreas in my stead. I've planted some promising seeds in Mondstadt, but they still need time to grow. Some have yet to master the art of social interaction. Some don't yet understand that they too need protecting. And some, well, some might not even want to be a knight yet. What's wrong? Well, there's no need to frown. I'm going on an expedition, not marching to my death. This is all just a contingency plan in the event that I'm unable to return. Until I return, I leave them in your care.
When we first heard of Varka, way back at the literal beginning of the game, when we heard about, him being the Grandmaster and Jean being the acting Grandmaster, I always pictured Varka being a bit older. He's considerably younger than I was expecting.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas has nearly been extinguished twice in Mondstadt's history.
I mean, I was thinking like 40s plus. What do you mean the lineage of the Knights of Boreas?
The first wandering knight to claim the title arrived in Mondstadt 1,000 years ago, along with his wolf companion. He was as free as the wind. He left no succession plan behind. Even his name was lost to history. The title of Boreas could have disappeared from Mondstadt just as he did.
You kind of make it sound like he had an obligation to leave a succession plan behind. It was just his title. He lived his life and then he moved on. I don't see why he was obligated to do anything about this.
But he had an informal disciple, a knight named Ravenwood, who admired the Knight of Boreas greatly. Ravenwood's valor and swordsmanship earned him the wolf spirit's recognition. When the old aristocracy tried to regain power, Ravenwood came once more to Mondstadt's defense. From then on, the title of Knight of Boreas was passed down from generation to generation within the Knights of Favonius.
Wolf spirit? You mean that big blue wolf in Wolfendom?
The big angry one that sucks to fight.
Correct. As you may already know, the Wolf of the North is the surviving spirit of an ancient god.
If I knew that, I certainly don't remember it.
And the Knight of Boreas serves as an intermediary between him and humanity.
How did that become a thing? It seems like it just started with this one dude with his wolf companion just vibing as a knight until he died. Why has it suddenly become a, you must resonate with the wolf spirit of Wolvendom to be able to take this title, and you serve as an intermediary between the two entities for life? It doesn't seem like that's where it started.
Lupus Boreas, who had never known what it meant to love, came to understand it through the journey with his human companion. In the end, he chose to allow his power to become one with the land.
You're talking about a journey with his human companion. Does that mean that once they commune with Boreas, Boreas is with them as they travel? Because I don't see Boreas with the Varka.
This was once a well-known tale in Mondstadt, but these days, few people are aware that the starting point of the Wolf King's journey was not Mondstadt, but Nodcry.
Could it be he set off from the royal court of the Seelie?
You don't seem surprised. Did you sense something?
Oh wait,
in
that's the
Nodcry?
story we heard about.
Once again, you do us proud, honorary knight.
Right, I forgot that part. Yeah, that story with the ruins and stuff. And that tower-looking thing. It was barely a tower, but I remember having to climb on top of something. And it was the story of the Seelie who forgot her memories. And the wolf.
The great Wolf King of the North came here from Nodcry. Although he doesn't like to speak of his past. In fact, he rarely shows himself to people at all nowadays.
As he wants to nibble on them in combat.
As such, this tale can only be found deep within the Knights of Favonius library.
Never found it there myself.
Even among the Knights of Favonius, few are aware of it. The Grand Master didn't disclose any concrete objectives before departing on his expedition. I couldn't help but wonder whether it might somehow be related to Nodcry's Wolf of the North.
I don't see the correlation, but sure.
I kept my speculations to myself, however. Sharing them would only spread unwarranted suspicion toward the Four Winds among the people of Mondstadt. You experienced the turmoil caused by Deval and the East Wind's actions for yourself. Surely you can understand my concern?
I'm gonna be honest, no. I've clearly missed something, because I don't understand what you're worried about.
No wonder Varka wasn't clear about his motives. Is that what he was worried about?
Very possibly. He was probably also reserving judgment. Having heard about your experiences in Nodcry, I now suspect that the Grand Master hadn't yet ascertained the true identity of our enemy at that time. And as it turns out, the calamity born in the north wasn't an ancient god, but rather the Wild Hunt and the Doctor. I guess we were both jumping to conclusions.
Kind of really weird conclusions to jump to. That your first instinct was, oh, Boreas must be the evil behind all of this in Nodcry. What? I just don't understand why you jumped to that. Yeah, okay, Devan had his moments, but that was like an isolated incident. Boreas has nothing to do with any of this. Y'all are weird. And why do you keep giving it different names? First it was the Northern Abyss Calamity. Now it's the Calamity born in the North. Can y'all just agree on one name to call it? Because otherwise you're going to confuse the hell out of me. Well, always better to be prepared, over-prepared than caught off guard. I mean, yes, but this circumstance didn't warrant it even remotely. Facing the worst case scenario was no backup plan would have been far worse. I still think y'all are weird.
Yes, I completely agree. The tide can turn rapidly in times of battle.
You're not in
It's
battle.
a leader's responsibility to prepare for every possible
You
contingency.
never were.
Even if his contingency plan never needs to be put into action, I'm sure the Grandmaster is relieved to know that it's in place.
Well, there isn't really a contingency plan. It's just a keep doing what you're doing if I die. Like, it's not really a contingency plan. Anyway, I'm outie.
That turned into a pretty long conversation, huh?
Not really.
We should probably go deliver those letters to the Angels share now.
I mean, I kind of feel like a lot of what she yapped about was pretty irrelevant. All I really needed was the history lesson on Boreas, which I got. The rest was unneeded and didn't really serve a point. At least not as of yet. Alrighty, let me in. Stanley, you talking to the cat? Have fun with that. Enter tavern.
When you're mixing drinks in hot weather, start by pouring in cold water and add ice cubes. Then drain out the water before adding the other ingredients. How's that for a secret recipe? Maybe it's worth a little intel in return.
What? I don't think I understood anything of what you said. Okay, in hot weather, start by pouring in cold water, add ice cubes, then drain the water, and then actually make your drink. I don't get it. What's the purpose of pouring in the cold water if you're just going to drain the water out? You don't need to lubricate the sides of the glass to make another drink just because the weather's hot. Like, what? Is there some logistic I'm missing from this? It seems really bizarre.
Please. I've known that little trick for a
I
good
don't get
10
it.
years at least. You'll have to offer something a little more substantial if you're serious about trading.
And what's the point of adding water and draining water when the ice cubes themselves are water and you're not draining the ice cubes? So I don't think you're draining the ice cubes. Are you? I don't know. Is that part of the water or is that not part of the water? I'm even more confused.
I know there's no one else in the tavern right now, but do you two really need to talk so loudly? Especially if you're supposed to be exchanging confidential information.
Well, it can't be too confidential if they're sharing it in front of you.
Hiya, Rosaria, D-Luke. Paimon knew we'd find you here.
Looks like it's about to get even noisier.
I hope that anger is not directed at me and it's just Paimon. I'm mute.
A little liveliness never killed anyone. Traveler, Paimon, what brings you our way?
I have a letter for each of you. Though, again, that's over 10. You deliver Varka's letters to their recipients.
Please allow me to once again express my sincere condolences regarding your late father and the incident with Eric. We make absolutely no excuse for his crimes.
Wait, that's taken place since you left? I thought the whole dead father thing was like ages ago.
I hope you will give some serious
I
consideration
remember
to the
much about
question
it.
I asked you before I left, though I'm sure you're tired of hearing me ask by now. The Knights of Favonius will always welcome you.
I think DeLuke would rather rot than go back to the Knights of Favonius.
From the look on your face, I'm guessing the Grand Master is still refusing to drop it?
He nags like an old man. It's hardly surprising.
Huh? Drop what? What's this about?
Nothing, really. Before leaving on the expedition, Varka came here to chat with me over a drink. I failed to avoid him.
I really wish they'd give DeLuke a glow up. You did my man dirty. He just looks so terrible. It's the eyes, I guess, and also the fringe hair bang situation, but it's not a good look.
He, asked me if I'd consider rejoining the Knights of Favonius, and I declined. He expressed his regret about everything that happened and asked me to reconsider. That's all there is to it.
I'm sure there was a bit more nuance, but sure.
Yeah, right. Sounds like you skipped a lot of details. There's clearly more to it.
Whatever details I chose to omit are in the past. Dragging them back up now serves no purpose.
I'll have to take your word for it.
You say that now, but back then, you couldn't let it go. You and the Knights of Favonius were constantly at odds.
I wasn't seeing the full picture. I've had a lot of time to reflect since then, but my answer remains unchanged. I'm not rejoining the Knights of Favonius. Both the Grandmaster and the acting Grandmaster are too upright and honorable.
Oh, I'm nodding my head. You can't see that. Yeah, nah, agreed.
I can't see the shadows that lurk beneath them due to the size of the organization they lead. They need someone on the outside to keep watch vigilantly.
And to do what they cannot as well.
If I had a Mora for every time I've heard you repeat that argument.
It's a valid
I
argument.
actually don't disagree with the first part of what you said. But don't you think someone can keep tabs on things from the inside?
I don't think so, to be honest. It limits and restricts you.
When you join an organization, you're bound by
See?
its rules, no matter how free it may seem on the surface.
See, she gets it.
You think so? Never mind the Knights. Have you honestly ever been bound by the rules of the Church?
Good question. Have you considered that maybe that's why I chose to join the Church and not the Knights to begin with?
Are they arguing or not? It's kind of hard to tell.
They're not arguing. They just have different ways of protecting those around them.
Oh, kind of like the contingencies Jean was talking about.
No, not really.
The more ways they have to protect their home, the better.
No.
Traveler?
That isn't even remotely what the conversation is about. I wonder if this is exactly what Varka was hoping for. What? 3 people seeing the same situation from 3 different perspectives? There. Talk to everyone. Well, you're closest.
What should I report back to the Grand Master on? Let me think.
I mean, you're gonna see him as soon as he rocks up.
Public order inside the city, monster activity in the wild. Oh, and a review of the latest vintages. I think I'll leave it at that.
How about the fact that horses don't seem to exist in Mondstadt despite you being a cavalry captain? They're remarkably invisible whenever I come to Mondstadt.
My reply won't be a long one, as usual. I'm sure Varka won't be surprised.
I'm sure he's expecting nothing less. Or nothing more, rather. Please tell me you're not upstairs, Rosaria. Don't make me go upstairs. She's making me go upstairs. Rude. Whoosh.
If you hadn't had to deliver that guy's mail, you wouldn't have been subjected to all this tedious arguing. When I write back, I'll tell him to quit making trouble for other people.
But there wasn't any arguing. You guys were just having a lively discussion. I liked it.
It's no trouble. Lowen did most of the work. We just volunteered to do the last leg of the journey. Mostly so we could come say hello.
Besides, I wouldn't really call that an argument. You just have different ideas on how to protect Mondstadt.
So you see what's really going on here? All 3 of us fell for that old rascal's scheme far too readily.
Yep, sure did.
Huh? Scheme? What do you mean? Was Varka lying in his letters then?
No, he was just stirring them up.
No. While I'm sure Varka knows full well that Diluc would never agree to rejoin the Knights, I believe the sentiments he expressed were genuine, as was his offer to welcome Diluc back. There are people like Kaya and I, and then there are those who are true champions of justice to the core. Those people are the most susceptible to being driven to extremes by great upheaval. It's happened in Mondstadt before. Not only that, but it happened to a Knight of Boreas. That'll really hit home for Varka. And that's why his nagging is even more persistent than usual.
Huh? That seems like a really strange sentence to put out there. Like, the topic isn't even about that, but suddenly we're forcing the exposition to be about this. It's so left of field. Okay, a champion of justice driven to extremes. You're saying that happened to a Knight of Boreas?
Yeah. So no one's told you this before?
No.
The lineage of the Knights of Boreas had nearly been
Jean told me that
extinguished
part.
twice in history. The first was at its inception. The second was the case I was alluding to.
See, I still don't like that. the implication that there was supposed to be a lineage after the first dude. The first dude was the first of his name. He's just enjoying his title and living his life. There's no implication of lineage at the time. No need for him to leave a legacy for somebody else. He was just doing his thing. I don't like that they keep saying that the lineage was nearly extinguished at its inception when there was no inception.
Oh, wasn't Jean telling us about this? Wait, and then we got caught up talking about the expedition and we never got around to the second time.
I happened to hear about it from Varka once when he was drinking and started yammering on. The second crisis in the Knights of Boreas lineage. It was 500 years ago.
And again, this is completely irrelevant to the conversation we've been having inside the tavern. Force-feeding exposition unnecessarily. And by the way, where's Dahlia? I feel like we saw him for like a second and then we've never seen the kid again. Not that I'm saying I need more Dahlia in my life, but it was just really weird introducing a character and then never using him again.
Although the Knights of Boreas are meant to be intermediaries between humans and wolves, in practice, very few of them have been truly recognized by Lupus Boreas over the past millennium.
Then how can they call themselves a Knight of Boreas? You're literally missing one of the criteria. The core criteria, I might argue.
Of those who have, the best known are the first Knight of Boreas, Ravenwood, the wolf pup Rostam, and Varka himself.
Why do you hold him in contempt?
But 500 years ago, there was one who earned the respect of Boreas even before gaining the title.
I would think that one wouldn't get the title until they've gained the respect of Boreas. Because how can you be a Knight of Boreas without the respect of Boreas? Like, I feel like they've gone about this really wrong.
He was a disciple of Rostam. They thought he would become the mightiest Knight of Boreas who ever lived. He was the perfect knight. Righteous, principled. His name was Roland, the blood-stained knight.
You gotta do better at picking your damn names. Like, I get that this company is Chinese. Shit, it's Chinese, right? I've completely blanked. Maybe it must be Chinese, yes. But why do you keep picking the trashiest name for characters? Like, Roland? Really? Maybe you should try speaking to a Westerner once in your life and seeing if anyone is interested in the name Roland. Ugh.
Yikes! Bloodstained Knight? That sounds a little ominous.
You know, it's like picking Stanley for the dude outside. Like, what is with these name choices? It's terrible. Your world building kind of sucks.
Well, apparently his original title was the White Knight.
Why? He's not wearing white. And it doesn't sound like he was very white knightish.
But he lost countless comrades during the Abyssal Calamity 500 years ago, including his tutor and mentor, Rostam.
Oh. This is all happening during the Abyssal problem. Okay. Now I have context.
The endless bloodshed stained his sword and armor a crimson as deep as black, transforming the White Knight into the blood-stained Knight.
Ah, okay.
After that, he threw himself completely into battling monsters, leaving Mondstadt and the Knights of Favonius behind. To this day, no one knows his final whereabouts.
Okay.
It's hard to say whether the loss of an important figure in his life is what drove him to the point of obsession, or whether he was already too far gone to save.
Well, I kind of feel like it was just the catalyst. The deaths of all his comrades prior to that were probably what, built up weight on the scales.
But had he known that the Knights of Favonius would always welcome him back, perhaps things would have turned out differently.
I disagree. I'm sure he probably knew that all along and he just didn't give two shits.
So if you want my opinion, the reason why Varka keeps asking Diluc to rejoin, despite knowing that he'll never say yes, is to let him know you're not alone.
I mean, that's kind of sweet, but at the same time, Diluc already knows that the offer is always open. And Diluc is getting better about opening up to other people and his brother.
After all these years, he's still as persistent as ever. Just like how he used to be with me.
And I'd like to argue, Rosaria, that this historical, traits between, Rostam and Roland and the Knights of Favonius has absolutely fucking nothing to do with Varka's decision to continue to pester Diluc about joining the Knights of Favonius. I mean, you're not wrong about the why, as in you want him to always feel like he's got a place to belong, there's always somewhere open for him. Like, you're right on that front, but it has nothing to do with this historical point for 500 years ago. I don't think Varka is putting that on his decision or using that to weigh his decision to do these things at all. Completely irrelevant.
Huh. Turns out Varka's a lot more thoughtful than he lets on. Paimon had the wrong idea about him.
I feel like this was like one of the clunkiest attempts at exposition. The 2 points they're trying to make don't go together, but they're forcing them together. And it's clunky. It's annoying. It's also doubly annoying because the content is actually interesting. I like what's happening, the two different sides and threads of the story, but they do not go together. And I don't like the way they're forcing them together.
Anyway, there's still something about this whole Boreas business that Paimon isn't really getting. Wasn't Andreas a god in Mondstadt thousands of years in the past? If so, why did Jean say that Boreas and the Wandering Knight only arrived here just 1,000 years ago? Plus, Paimon's super curious about what happened to Roland.
Well, I think we're going to find out about the latter at the very least. Wasn't Roland on the advertising banners and stuff? Shall we go get answers straight from the horse's or wolf's mouth? We can meet up with Lowen and Wolfendom while we're at it. Oh, you think Lowen's going to know? Or do you think Boreas is going to talk to us? Why would Boreas talk to us?
That's a great idea! Jean said he hasn't been showing himself much lately, but he always seems happy to oblige whenever you show up. Let's go!
Boreas's? I clearly don't remember any of my interactions with Boreas. I remember we had one with Razor. I didn't think it went particularly well, but maybe my memory's a bit faulty. Oh. Lowen. Oh, this looks very eerie.
What's going on here? Was Wolfendom always like this? Paimon has a bad feeling about the Wild Hunt. What are they doing here? Watch out!
Where's Razor? Why am I starting with Skirk? Okay. Wait, the Traveler's in the party? Oh boy. I was thinking Kokomi was in the party. It's all good.
Not now.
We'll get there.
Mine's a
Wow, I feel clumsy. Can't see. Are you dead yet, sir? Not even remotely dead.
water jet! No! Stars, shine for...
Start! Mine to wield.
Wow, Skirk actually got 2 whole rotations. Congratulations, Skirk. You're in the first one. Stay alert, there's still something nearby.
No. What now? There better not be more Wild Hunt monsters!
It's curious that the Wild Hunt have made their way to Mondstadt of all places. It's a very, very, very long way from Nokrai. Yo. Lowen?
You scared Paimon stiff! She thought you were...
Stop right there! Answer me this. The 2 letters I gave you, who are they for?
What do you mean 2 letters, bro? I gave out 3. For Kaya, Diluc, and Rosaria. That's 3, buddy.
2 letters? Wasn't it 3?
Oh, it's a trick question. Never mind.
Okay. Well, Paimon's coolest naive expression doesn't appear to be an act.
Oh.
Hey! What are you trying to say? Wait, what are you trying to say, huh?
He's saying you passed the test, you nitwit.
Paimon passed a test? Really? Huh! She didn't even realize she was taking one!
Exactly.
You may dispense with your suspicions. The wolf pack has borne witness. They fought against the aberrations that encroached upon this land. And our attackers showed no ability to disguise themselves this time. Ah, a familiar scent.
Yup.
Come. I will await you at the usual grounds.
Does Lowen normally interact with Boreas, or is this an anomaly?
Well, if the boss of Wolvendom has vouched for you, I guess I should apologize for doubting you just
It
now.
always pays to remain vigilant. Were you attacked by the Wild Hunt too?
Sure was. Fortunately, my experience in Nodcry didn't go to waste. Turns out the Wild Hunt all feel the same when you stab them. They didn't stand a chance.
Lowen.
Something seems wrong with that old wolf, though.
Yeah.
Go on. You should check on him.
You're not coming with? You're not coming with? Okay. Bye. I mean, I'm fine to go by myself, but like, you're here. We may as well go together, you know?